aces are terrific cards, but those middle ones make the decision hard on Card Shark. And here's the host of Card Shark, Jim Curry.
Again, thank you very much. I thank you and welcome to Card Shark. Delighted to have you here with us. You're very kind. Thank you for joining us at home. The opening poem sent in by Mrs. Mac Bassine of Lansing, Illinois, watching on WMAQ-TV, Channel 5. Thank you, Mrs. Bassine. Now let's open the board and get to the cards. And here comes your brand new decks of cards. Janice and Lois load them in, and here are our card charts. Mike Smith, the champion. Hi, Mike. Hi. Nice to see you again, sir. And thank you. For any new viewers, again, a reminder about Mike Smith.
Okay, well, I came out from Louisiana about a year ago. I'm going to school, preparing for the ministry, and just having a great time out here. Just having a good time.
I'm sure you're having a good time here because yesterday Mike won $5,100 in cash. One win, over $5,000. That's nice.
Amen.
We are meeting the challenger for the first time, Mary Laidlaw.
Hi.
Hello, Mary. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
And won't you tell us something about you?
I'm Mary Laidlaw. I am from Miami, Florida, where I am a retailer recruiter. And I'm very happy to be here. I am the definite proof that long-distance relationships can work. I met someone from L.A. last Christmas. We're getting married in January, and L.A. will be my new home. And I'm real excited to be here.
Well, that's nice. Nice to know that the long-distance romance works. You both set your cards?
Yes.
Then we'll start the match. Starting, as always, the best 2 out of 3 with a question to Mike the champion. Mike, we asked 100 bachelors across the country, do women find it impossible to resist you? How many modest bachelors claimed women do find them irresistible?
Well, one of the things, and I'm remembering this from a long time ago, but men are pretty much, they have to build up their ego, and they're egotistical people, and so I say that's going to be a relatively high number, not many honest men, so I'm going to say about 72.
72 out of 100 bachelors said they're irresistible, Mary. Higher or lower?
I don't know about bachelors being very modest, but I think that's going to be a little bit higher.
Even more than that, I think they're irresistible.
Yes.
If it's higher, you'll play your cards. If not, it'll be Mike with his. Hit the answer on the head. We'll give you a $500 bonus. The actual number of bachelors who claimed women do find them irresistible is 39. No, it's not higher. It's lower. They were a lot more honest than you gave them credit for. Winning the question gives Mike the first crack at the card.
Oh, good card! Lower!
Lower than the ace. The king.
All right, lower!
Risking it lower. A 10. Oh, he's going to risk that 10. No. One card too many, and back to the base card goes Mike. That gives Mary a free chance with an 8. Up the middle.
Let's go higher.
Higher than that middle 8? No, it's not. Mary stays at the base card. Janice will fill in the spaces. Mary, your first question. We found 100 men who are paying alimony to their ex-wife. And we asked them, isn't that a depressing question? You're getting married soon, Mary?
No.
100 men who are paying alimony to their ex-wife. And we asked them, if a divorced man knows his ex-wife is using his alimony to support a live-in lover, should he have the right to stop paying it? How many men paying alimony think the divorced man should have the right to stop paying the alimony?
Well, I think that if they're paying alimony, it should be for the wife's living and things like that, but I don't think it is to support a lover. I think that number is high. I would say they shouldn't have to pay it. I would say it's going to be about 79.
79 out of 100 felt that way, Mike.
Okay, I agree with their thinking, but I think it's going to be a little lower. A little
lower than that. I don't know the answer, Mike, but I think you went the wrong way on this one. Sounds like a lot of bitterness involved here. 70 not and lower. The actual number of men paying alimony who think the divorced man should have the right to stop paying that alimony is 98. Yeah, it's not lower. To support a live-in lover, I thought it might be over 100. Mary can now change the middle card. An 8.
And let's go lower.
Lower than the ace. A king.
Lower.
Lower than a king. A jack.
Lower.
Risking it lower. A 4. For the game, and it'll be a $500 run if it's higher. No. Back to the base card at the last moment, Mary. Mike, you're still in it with a free chance. Lower. Lower than the ace. A 9. Lower. Risking it lower. No. Both players have that great base card, so I guess you can afford to take some chances. Question 3 going to Mike. Now, it's a fact that some of the men convicted in the government scandals have made a lot of money by writing their memoirs. So we surveyed the editors of 100 newspapers across the country, and we asked them, should a convicted criminal be allowed to profit by selling his memoirs? How many newspaper editors do think a convicted criminal should be allowed to profit by selling his memoirs?
Well, particularly if you're a newspaper reporter because you believe in freedom of the press and you believe in the principles of this country that, you know, you paid your debt so you can go ahead and you can tell your story. And so I think that's going to be a relatively high number, at least 87.
87 out of 100 say, yeah, they should be able to profit that way, Mary.
I believe that number is, I believe that journalists would think that would be true, and I will even go higher than
Even
that.
higher than that. It's tough asking the newspaper editors. Interesting. The actual number of newspaper editors who think convicted criminals should be allowed to profit by selling their memoirs is 48. No, not higher. It's lower. Wow, less than half. And Mike, you're looking at an ace again.
I'm going to keep that card, and I want to go lower.
Lower, he says. All right, higher. Higher than a 2. An 8. 3. This time, Michael Freeze, to protect that position, might be a good freeze because he needs 2 cards. Mary needs 4. Sudden death will be coming at you right after this commercial break.
Introducing Folgers' extraordinary new coffee bag. Watch. They've taken the air out. Because air makes coffee stale, now Folgers is vacuum-packed in this new airtight wrapper, so you get canned coffee freshness in a bag. And because the air's out, it's hard.
Mrs. Olson, hear that? I use bag coffee. I'll try it. I've got some. Really? It is hard. It's vacuum packed. And this new airtight wrapper keeps air out, like a can. But when it's open, it's soft. Right. Smells fresh. The new airtight bag keeps mountain-grown Folgers fresher than ordinary paper bags. Mountain-grown's the richest, most aromatic kind of coffee. Delicious. So fresh. Fresh as canned coffee.
Get mountain-grown Folgers in the new vacuum-packed airtight bag. For canned coffee freshness in a bag.
Cards have been bouncing around in game number 1, and now looking at the board, Mike frozen up the middle with an 8, needs 2 cards. Mary, great base card, an ace, but she needs 4, and it is sudden death. Someone is going to win this game right here on this play of the cards. Mary, we asked 100 Catholic priests. Interesting question. If the Pope changed church law and allowed priests to marry, would you get married? How many Catholic priests said if church law were changed, they would get married? Tough question.
Well, I'm Catholic. I'm thinking of my priest. I think that number would be kind of middle of the road. I'd think about 47.
47 out of 100 say if it were allowed in the church, they would get married, Mike.
Okay, now, I believe that Catholics have a Catholic background and everything, so I believe even if they were given the freedom, it'd take a while to get in motion, so I say it's going to be lower.
Lower. Interesting reasoning that you figure that's the way they've always thought. Let's find out. The actual number of priests who said if church law were changed, they would get married is 17. And Mike is absolutely right. You've got control of sudden death, Mary. Mike, where you can play it or pass it. Pass it. You're going to pass it. Mary, you're starting with the ace. You must get them all, but if you get them all, not only do you have the game, but a $500 run as well. You've got to get them all with an ace. What do you say?
Lower.
Lower. Yes, for the 6. Higher than a 6. A queen is halfway there. Lower. A queen. Is she going to go all the way? Yes, she did it. All 4 cards, the game. $100 and a $500 bonus as well. Wow. He put your back to the wall, and you are equal to the task there, Mary. Very nicely done. Same 2 decks. Next card's off the top of the deck. And now, Mike, speaking of backs to the wall, it's you. Mike, we asked 100 psychiatrists. Would most housewives be happier if they got a job outside the home? How many psychiatrists said an outside job would make most housewives happier?
Well, looking at today's society, I think that's going to be a pretty high number. I'm going to say about 68.
68 out of 100 said it would make them happier, an outside job.
I think that's good reasoning. I think that number would be somewhat higher only because I think psychiatrists would think if you worked outside the home, you have more involvement with people and things, so that's going to be higher.
Higher than that.
Higher.
The actual number of psychiatrists who think housewives would be happier if they had a job is 53, not higher. A little more than half. Mike starts off this game that he needs with a good card. Higher than a 3. An 8. Lower than the 8. A 2. Higher than a 2. A 3. Oh, my. Are we going to have 2 runs in a row? Yes. Nicely done. Two good players, each of them $600 richer. Tiebreaker, 3 cards up there, 3 questions here. Right down to the wire, Mary. We asked 100 married men. Now you've got to picture this scene. 100 married men. If you were walking down a dark alley with your arm around a beautiful woman, which would frighten you more? Meeting a mugger or meeting your wife? How many men would be more frightened to meet their wife?
That is a tough question.
No, says Mike. No, that's not tough at all.
Well, I'm thinking of my fiance. If he were walking down an alley.
You're thinking of fiance aisle. Yeah, sure. Just so we clarify it, now, she and her fiance are walking down the aisle, and they meet a mugger in the middle. Yeah, sure. Mary, how many men would be more frightened to meet their wife in that dark alley?
I would say that number would be high. I think it would be around 74.
74 out of 100 would be more frightened to meet the wife, Mike. Higher. Mary, I think if you had said 99, Mike would have said higher.
I think you're right.
The actual number of men who would be more frightened to meet their wife is 57. It's not higher. Just the physical fear scared them a little more. Of course, they could have had physical fear with the wife as well. Mary starts off the tiebreaker with a 10.
Change it.
Big change with just 3 cards. A king.
Lower.
Lower than a king. A 10. We have a new champion. If it's higher, we do. Mary throws them over. So the dark alley did you in, Mike. But you've done very well. $5,700. Good luck with the ministry. Thank you. Thank you, Mike Fitz. Mary Laidlaw. Laidlaw, come down here with me. Mary is $700 richer. She'll go for a lot more with the money card right after this commercial break.
All those creepy, crawling night creatures, those fiendish bugs. It was time they met their doom. So I gave it my best shot. Hot shot. Hot shot killed those roaches, ants, and other crawling things fast and easy. My house is peaceful now. Yours can be too. Just give it your best shot. Hot shot.
Time takes you beyond the news.
Time flies and you are there. Time flies and lets you care. You understand the world we share.
When you read Time each week, you know more. You understand.
Throughout your world, throughout your land, time puts it all right in your hand. Read Time and understand.
What's really the best travel bargain today? Trailways, the only company that gives you the lowest fares anywhere. Trailways is the only company whose low fares are good every bus, every seat, every day. No restrictions. Trailways is the only company that guarantees to meet or beat the lowest fares of any bus, plane, or train. Greyhound doesn't. You want the rock-bottom lowest fare, no restrictions? Go Big Red. Go Trailways.
Turn on today's brightest stars with entertainment tonight. First, stars and their art.
Art is whatever you like.
Peter Falk, Elkie Summer, and other stars show you another side of their artistic ability. Then Harry Gardino's taking his talents to the bright lights of Broadway to co-star with Lauren Bacall.
Well, I've worked with the best already.
Stars as you've never seen them before. Only on Entertainment Tonight. Tonight at 7:30 here on WSVN.
Back with a good champion, Mary Laidlaw. You got the cards?
Yes.
Let's get over and play them. Come on, Mary. Here we go. Keep thinking about that aisle. Let's think about the money to pay for that wedding right now. $200, 3 cards. Your decision how you bet them. Up to the second level, another $200 and 3 more cards. Minimum bet's $50 till you get to the top card, the big bet, where you must risk at least half. Now, here you're on your own. You don't lose with the double. We'll carry it over. Good luck. Here's $200. And you can change the base card on each level. Thank you, Lois. We'll start Mary off with a king.
200 lower.
Whole thing. $200 that this card is lower than a king. And it is with a queen.
400 lower.
Again, double or nothing
for $800. Lower.
No. King, queen, king. Wow. Tough break, but you're not out of it because you've got that other 200. It is still a great card. Let's move up that king, give you the 200. You've got 4 to go. You can build it.
200 lower.
Oh, we got no more money to give you now, so come on. $400. Lower. Yes.
Okay, I'll take 300 lower.
Haven't seen a low card yet. Let's see one right now. $300 lower. No. Look at those high cards.
Okay, all of it lower.
$200 lower than an 8. Yes.
Okay.
200, we move up the near middle card. All right, come on. For the big bet. Mary, a 6. Wow, tough decision. You've seen nothing but big cards.
100 higher.
She's going to go with the odds. $100. Is it higher than a 6? Yeah. One more high card came up. Thank goodness. For $300. That was a very tough break on those cards. Very tough. But you did well by running those cards before, so you do have $1,000 for one game of Card Shark. Most importantly, Mary meets a new challenger trying to defend the title right after this. So go on.
Folks like me with a bladder control problem want to stay active.
And I can with the right protection. You need Depend for discreet, effective protection. Like this Depend undergarment. With a form-fitting shape and advanced absorbent system, Depend puts protection where it's most effective. Try regular or extra absorbency for bladder control problems.
The name says it all.
Depend at drug and healthcare stores.
When it's hot and humid, breaks will cool you down. When the heat makes you thirsty, that's the time for Grace. With Grace, taste the light, sweet flavor of summer. With a little tingle that's so refreshing.
Grace. The natural sniff. Ridiculous. You can't run a household on just supermarket specials. Save on what you need when you need it. At Basics Food Warehouse, the whole store's on sale every day.
At Basics, every item, every brand, cheese, chips, dips, bacon, bologna, beef, pears, pork, lettuce, lime, soda, soup, tomatoes, tuna. Everything's on sale every day. At Basics, it's the bottom line that counts. You'll save on your total food bill because at Basics, the whole store's on sale every day.
South 47.
WSBN, we're what you waited for. We're moving up, stepping up. We'll give you more.
Discover the difference, the change with you in mind. We're better than ever.
Our spirits are what you'll find.
WSBN
In South Florida.
South 47. WSBN.
Back with a good champion, Mary Laidlaw. Ready to meet a new opponent? Let's do it. 2 brand new decks of cards. Here comes a new challenger on Card Shark. Come on, Bailo. Is it Bailo? Nice to meet you. Why don't you tell us about you, sir?
Well, my name is Kamal Bayalo. I originally come from the Middle East, from Beirut, Lebanon. I've been in this country for almost 15 years. I'm a UC professor. I teach politics and government.
Well, it sounds like you've got fascinating work.
Yes,
of course,
thank you.
a lot of things go on over there. So
Yes.
I'm sure there's a lot to talk about.
That's right.
Nice to have you here. You got your cards?
Yes, I have.
Good luck. Let's
Thank you.
forget about the problems of the world and play some card sharks.
Okay.
Starting with Mary. Mary, we asked 100 married women. If your husband was in the... You're getting ready to get married soon, remember? Okay. We asked not that I just wanted to mention that. We asked 100 married women. If your husband was in the mood for romance, but you knew it was only because he had just been looking at a Playboy centerfold, would you say no to his overtures? How many women would say no to their husband's romantic overtures?
I think most women like to get romantic, too, and I don't think it matters really what gets your husband romantic. So I think that that number is going to be
How many would say no?
19.
19 out of 100 would say no. Come on.
I disagree totally. I think it's going to be a higher number. My wife has been saying no for 3 years. We've been married for 3 years, so I would say no, much higher.
19 is higher. She even said no once when he was reading Popular Mechanics, didn't he? The actual number of married women who would say no to their husband if they knew he had just been put in a romantic mood by a Playboy centerfold is 33. You're right. So it is the challenger who starts off the match with a 7.
Change that card.
Change the question, you can change it. A good change.
Higher!
Higher than the 4.
A king! Lower!
Lower than the king. A 10.
Lower!
Risking it lower. No. Queen is not lower. Thanks to the base card for Kamal. Free chance for Mary with a 7.
Change it.
You did not win the question. You can't change it. I know.
Higher.
Higher than a 7. A 9.
Let's go lower.
Risking it lower. A 5.
Go higher.
Higher than the 5. No. One card too many for Mary and a lot of cards for Janice to fill in. Question 2 to Kamal. Kamal, we asked 100 professional football players. Professional football players. Have you ever taken ballet lessons? How many football players admitted they've taken ballet lessons?
Actually, right now, ballet lessons are really beginning to be very universal. A lot of football players like to take ballet lessons because it really keeps them in exercise, keeps them in good health, and keeps them really well coordinated. So I would say that would be generally a medium number. I would say about maybe 45.
45 out of 100 have taken ballet lessons.
They need grace to run that touchdown, but I think it's going to run just a little bit lower.
Yeah, I would think maybe low. I know Lynn Swan, for one, has with the Pittsburgh Steelers, but how many others, 45 and lower? The actual number of professional football players who admitted they have taken ballet lessons is 6. It's lower. Mary has it.
Change that card.
Mary can change the 7. Obviously, I haven't either. Would you get out of here? Changing the 7 to a 3. Higher than a 3. No, another 3 is not higher. And against an opponent, it must be Kamal with a 4. Higher, he says. Your first instinct of the saying lower would have been right. We fill in the spaces. Question 3 to Mary. Mary, we asked 100 people. Do you think it's wrong for scientists to invent new machines that increase productivity but put hundreds of people out of work? How many people think it's wrong to invent machines that put people out of work?
I think that number is going to be a low number. I think that's going to be about 30.
30 out of 100 say that it's wrong to invent machines that put people out of work.
I would say, actually, generally people are really interested in new technology and so on, but I would even say it will have to be just a little bit higher than that.
A little higher?
Yes.
You think you went a little bit too low with it, 30 and higher. The actual number of people who said it's wrong to invent machines that put people out of work is 35, just a little higher. Kamal was absolutely right. Kamal, you're still looking at a 4.
Well, I'm going to go higher.
Higher, he says. This time it is a 6.
I'm going to freeze on it.
Going to freeze. Take a 1-card advantage. Look at this. Mary with a 3 needs 4 cards. Kamal with a 6 needs 3. Someone's going to have a long way to go. Sudden death. Kamal, we found 100 women who had 10 or more children. And we asked them, have you ever handed down an article of clothing all the way from the eldest to the youngest? How many women said they have handed down an article of clothing through all 10 of their children?
Well, I tell you, Jim, you're really in luck because I come from a family of 10 myself. I know my mother actually had passed the clothing from all the way from the top to the bottom. So I would say
How did
that
you
would
look
be...
at your sister's dresses? I'm sorry.
except for the girls. But I would say that'd be a generally high number. I would say maybe about 65.
65 out of 100. Kamal speaks from experience, Mary.
I think that number is going to be a little bit lower because fashions change and things, and I think
Lower.
It's lower.
I don't know how much fashions would have to do with the children when you've got a handful of children like that, but let's see, 65 and lower. The actual number of women who've handed down an article of clothing from their eldest to the youngest child is 44. It is a little lower. Pretty high number, but it's a little lower than Kamal thought. Mary, you've got control. You need 4 cards. Kamal needs 3.
Let's go higher.
You're going to play it yourself?
Yeah.
This is sudden death, and you are going to play it.
No. Yes, I'm going to play it.
Okay, you must get them all. The die is cast. You say higher?
Higher.
It is a 10.
Lower.
Lower than a 10. An 8.
Higher.
Higher than that middle card? No, it is not higher. It's the same. And Kamal wins it in sudden death. Game 1 going to the challengers. I almost did a double take when you said you were going to play it in sudden death. I was not sure if I had explained all the options to you, but it worked out well for Kamal, who has game 1, starting game 2 with you, Mary. We asked 100 people. Do you think that people who claim to have seen flying saucers are just plain crazy? How many people do think those who claim to have seen flying saucers are crazy?
I don't think that there are very many people that see flying saucers, but the ones that say them really aren't that crazy. I think there are about 20.
20 out of 100 say they claim if they've seen flying saucers, they're crazy.
I disagree with that, mainly because I think a lot of people have, at least in this country, seen flying saucers. They see all kinds of things after a drink, so they must see actually flying saucers, especially at night. I would say a little bit higher, Jim.
You say higher? How many people think those who claim to have seen flying saucers are crazy? You say even more. Say they are crazy.
I'm sorry, it'd be high, it'd be lower.
Lower. It sounded like that's where your thinking was going.
Sorry. Yeah.
The actual number of people who think those who claim to have seen flying saucers are crazy is 15. You're right. It is lower.
Okay.
Come on. Starts off this game with an 8.
Change that card.
Change in the middle 8 to a 3. Higher than a 3. An 8.
Freeze it.
Going to freeze on the middle card. We'll move over the freeze bar. I can't imagine why anybody would buy with a flying. So we'll be right back. I did. Where was that? I went over there.
If you got a minute, you love what's in it. The Minute Maid juice box. It comes with a jar, so you need nothing more. The Minute Maid juice box.
The new Minute Maid juice box. The only one filled with 100% pure Minute Maid juice. So make sure. Make it the Minute Maid juice box.
So if you got a minute, you love what's in it. The Minute Maid juice box.
We at WSVN South Florida 7 would like to invite you to the annual Crime Stoppers Governor's Ball, Saturday night, June 25th at the Diplomat Hotel, with Governor Bob Graham and Broward Congressman Clay Shaw and Larry Smith as honored guests. You'll enjoy the sumptuous banquet and an evening of dancing to the music of Peter Graves and his orchestra. Black tie attire is optional. You will be supporting the nation's #1 Crime Stopper program. For tickets, call 522-9004 in Fort Lauderdale.
That's all the time we have for now. We'll finish this match on Monday. Have yourself a very pleasant weekend. See you on Monday on Car Talk.
One of our polling booths will receive the Amana Touchmatic 2 radar range microwave oven with both automatic temperature control and rotowave cooking systems, doing even more to perfect and simplify microwave cooking, made and furnished by Amana. And some of our contestants will receive Toys R Us, one of the biggest toy stores, present you with a gift certificate to be used today. Toys R Us store throughout the country. Wilkinson Sword self-sharpening knife. Every time it's removed from its storage case, it receives a professional sharpening for a sharp knife every time. Ecologizes CA90 air treatment systems removes tobacco smoke, odors, pollen, and dust. Keeps the air you breathe fresher and cleaner. A tray, and want a break from the usual? Try one of Lipton's flavored teas. Great flavors for a delicious change of pace from your regular tea. A cheese board in Cleveland. Gino's party special pizza with a crisp and tasty crust you can trust, plus the flavor shake at Gino's in your grocer's freezer. Razzle, the race for the word game. Fast-moving fun for anyone who enjoys one-on-one competition, new from Parker Brothers. This is Gene Wood speaking for Cart Shark. A Mark Goodson, Bill Cosman production.
Cold or hot and the meat good looking. Get out the crab. Good cook. Crab barbecue sauce is wonderful. It tastes is what you barbecue for. Oh, hey, hey, hey. That crab take you away. Cooking down in the red back chicken. Turning them into spicy crab chicken. Oh, hey, 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 hey.
And hey, our new reduced calorie barbecue sauce is that